Okay, so now I think we are going to come to newer topics now. Last one we had, uh, last section we had a lot of uh, topics, shlokas that we already saw in Karma Yoga. Now, understanding the nature of the self. Dehina asmin yatha dehe kaumaryam yavanam jara तथा देहांतर प्राप्ति धीरः तत्र न मुह्यति. So what is saying that just like body goes through childhood and youth, deha kaumaram, yauvanam, jara. So there is childhood, there is a youth, there is an old age, and then there is dehantar prapti. There is going to another body. So seeing this, knowing this, dhire tatra na muhyati. The dhira, the one who is uh, wise, the one who is uh, it's not just patient, dharya we say, that's not just patient. So the one who is intelligent, wise, they don't muhyati. See, this is where moha I was saying. So they don't get clouded thinking because of this, because they know that this is the process that happens to the body. So interestingly, in Yaksha Prashna in Mahabharata, one of the questions that Yaksha asks Yudhishthir is that what is the biggest surprise, Ashcharya, that you are aware of? What is the biggest surprise? And he says that every day, thousands of jiva, manushya, go to the Yamadwara, the death, basically. And still those who are left behind, they wish to be immortal. Okay? So that is the biggest Ashcharya. So does not matter who, what, why, this body is bound to have these four stages, or at least three. Four is Dehantar, you can say death. So there's youth, there's birth, youth, childhood, youth, old age, and then death. That is bound to happen. So if this is bound to happen, then who is Avinashi? What is Avinashi, or is there something that is Avinashi? So he says, Avinashi tu tat vidhi. You should consider that to be Avinashi. Yen sarvam idam tatam. Tatam is to be filled with. So yen sarvam idam tatam. Everything, whatever you see in the creation, whatever, is filled with something up to the brim. That is the Avinashi. So the word Vishnu literally means that which is pervading everything. Vyapta. Sarva Vyapta. The word Vishnu means that. Whether you say Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, that Vishnu or not, Vishnu means that which is Vyapt in everything. There is some principle, some entity, something that is pervading everything. So you could say, science, physics tries to find out, right? So we have this first we had molecule, then we have atom, then we said, oh no, there's less than that also. Proton, neutron, electron. Then they say, oh no, they are also made of quarks. So they keep on going down, down, down. Ultimately, they say everything is with energy. So today they say that all the known universe, I don't know exact number, but I'm taking a guess here, that 80% of the entire universe is filled with dark energy. That means we can't even perceive it. 80% is just dark energy. We don't even know anything about it. So that is also, I'm not saying that Gita is, knowledgeable of the current scientific technical aspects, but at a qualitative level, it is saying exactly the same thing. Okay, that is the beauty of it. At a qualitative level, it somehow has figured it out, right? And this is just one example. So he says that that is Avinashi, that is pervading everything, which is pervading everything. That is Avinashi, Vinasham Avyayasya, and nobody can destroy. This avyay is that which does not. Vyaya is like kharcha karna hota na, to spend. So avyay is that which does not get spent. So it is as it is, full amount. Nothing is reducing. So nobody can destroy this avyaya, right? That is the Avinashi. And then we'll see what is that Avinashi. So Avinashi, that which cannot be destroyed. Antavanta ime deha nityasya taha sharirinah. Sharirinah ime deha. So now there's a wonderful. So the word sharira, what does it mean? Can somebody type in there? What does the word sharir literally mean? Is there any deeper meaning than body?
Someone has written Madhyam.
No, so I'm talking about the literal meaning. So sharir comes from shiryate iti shariram. Shirya is the shearing force. So sideways force means घिसना. हिंदी में कहते हैं घिसता है. दैट इज द शीर्यते. तो जो घिसता है वो शरीर है. लिटरल मीनिंग उसका ये है. एक देह है जो जल जाता है, दहन हो जाता है, जिसका वो देह है. सो एवरी डे इवन अवर स्किन cells are peeling off. That is why we say that you should take a bath in the morning, right? So because you're lying down in one place, all the dead skin is in one place, and also you should take a bath. So sharir is that which shears away, that which घिसता है जो. So as soon as you say मेरा शरीर कितना सुंदर है, the word शरीर should remind you भैया ये घिस रहा है. So इसका ध्यान रखिए, बट इसके ऊपर ज्यादा प्राउड होने की जरूरत नहीं है. ये शरीर तो सबका घिसेगा, right? So what is sharir? The deha is the body, and that is, we said ki it gets born, childhood, youth, old age and death. So what is the antavanta, that one that doesn't have any end? Shariri. What is shariri? The one that is in the sharira. So if the sharir is a car, the driver is the shariri. Okay? So a car might get destroyed and or completely go bad in 10, 15, 20 years, but the driver will live for 80 years or something. So compared to the car, the driver is, Ananta. So he says that this Avinashi, Aprameya and Nitya is the one who is inside the Sharira. Okay? But this Sharira, this Deha of the Sharirini is Antavant. That has an end. Right? Nayanam vetti hantaram yaschayanam manyate hatam. Bhautau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. So the thing is that this, so now we have to two things. One is the body and the one is the body dweller, the sharir and shariri. Right? Very, very important. Deha and dehi. Why are you calling it dehi? Because you can say atma or whatever, but there is some entity that is moving this body. Right? In one point of time when death happens, something just leaves and the body doesn't move anymore. So there is something that moves this body. That is what we are calling dehi or shariri. So he says that if you think that this dehi is the one who kills or gets killed, then you are wrong. Okay? Because this dehi cannot kill or cannot be killed, because everything is happening through the deha. It will get clarified as to what is the difference here. It is not born, it doesn't, sorry. So the next one is na jayate mrete va kadachin ayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuya. This is a slightly longer one. But these are the shlokas that you must have, at least encountered in those posters. तुम क्या लेकर आए थे, तुम क्या लेकर जाओगे, सब मरेंगे, वो करके गीता सार का एक पोस्टर रहता है. So there is आत्मा के विषय में ये है कि न जायते मृते वा कदाचिन. This is not born, this doesn't die. Once it comes into existence, it is never goes out of existence. And ajah, it is without a birth, it is not born, right? And it is shashvat nitya, it is forever, eternal, and it has no beginning, right? And doesn't kill or be killed. This is also very famous. We have vasansi जीर्णानि यथा विहाय. वासांसी जीर्णानि, कपड़े पुराने जैसे छोड़कर, जैसे पुराने कपड़े छोड़कर, नवानि गृहणानि नरः अपराणि. So we discard the old torn clothes and then take on new ones. Exactly like that, tatha sharirani vihaya, leaving the sharira, jirnani, those sharir that have, battered, gone, dying sharir, anyani sanyati navani dehi. This dehi takes on to another deha, because this current deha has completely gone jirna. Just like you change clothes, the dehi changes deha, because the deha is the clothing, the dress for the dehi. And what is this thing? This is also very famous, so I'm not spending too much time. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakam, na enam chindanti shastrani. This, the weapons cannot cut it, right? Na enam dahati pavaka, and the fire cannot burn it, and the water cannot wet it, and the wind cannot dry it. So you do laundry, कपड़े सुखाए, गीले हो गए, उसको हवा में डाल दिया तो सूख गए. कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया तो आग में डाल दिया तो खत्म, पावक हो गया, प्योर कर देता हर चीज को. But this Atma, this Dehi, is beyond all these things. That is the main point here. And then again, these are very famous shlokas. So I'm not spending too much time, just telling you as kind of a reminder. And this one is Achedya Ayam, Adahya Ayam, Akledya Ayam, Ashofya Evacha. So this is uncuttable. So you can't cut it like, with a knife, you just cut through the bed sheet or something, some sheet. So you can't cut through it, you cannot burn it, you cannot wet it, and you cannot dry it. So it is beyond all these physical attributes, right? Nitya sarvagatah sthanu achalah ayam sanatana, and this is forever, achal and sthir, and anadi. So, and we are talking about detachment. So detachment means opposite of attachment, and attachment means you prefer something. So you are attached to something, and you like that, and you have preference. And when that preference is not met, then you have the problem. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavi hastini shuni chaiva shwapake cha panditah samaddarashinah. So this is a very big step in detachment. So let's first see this and then the comments. So the wise person, he sees the same what? Same Paramatma, same Krishna. We can say Krishna because we are talking about Krishna. So in this, Krishna is the supreme divine. So we can say Krishna. When you are doing Ramayana, you will say Rama, right? Or you are doing Shiva Purana, you will say Shiva. So that is immaterial. Which form you are picking is immaterial. That is Paramatma. So in whom does he see the same Paramatma in the same way? In a humble and learned Brahmana. Okay? Vidya Vinaya Sampanna. Not just Brahmana. Just Brahmana is Brahman by birth. But a humble and learned Brahman is the Brahman who is by birth and who has learned and who has done lot of hardships during the learning phase, all the tapasya that you have to do, he's done everything and still he is humble, right? So he's a great human being. A cow, which is a great animal, one of the most helpful for humanity, at least during that time, right? Even today, so we have the milk and we get all the fertilizer for the agriculture. We get a calf, which becomes a bull. So all this. So the cow is the most important animal for humanity for a long, long time. An elephant, which is a huge animal. Not everybody needs it, but it is one of the largest animals. And a dog, which is an ordinary animal, not given much respect, so to speak. Yeah, nobody kills it, not. But it's not a big deal. And all we say. So it's one of the lowest of the mammals, so to speak. And the eater of the dog's meat. So Chandal, we say, or Shwapaka. So that is the worst of the humans. So all the way from the greatest of the humans to the worst of the humans, greatest of the animals and the biggest and ordinary animal among all the five, the Pandita sees the same Paramatma. And what is this Paramatma? This is the life force. So obviously the life is different. The body is different. But the life force is the same, right? So for example, the dog might also be feeling the same things. You can see the face of the dog. When you try to scold it, it feels scared. When you pet it, it feels loved. You can see in the eye the love and everything. They just don't have the hands and the voice to be able to talk to us. But you do a shake hand, they will do a shake hand. If you have pets and all, you would have noticed that. So he's saying that be samadarshi. But there's very important practical aspect. You should not be samavarti. Samavarti means you behave same way. Samadarshi is you see everybody like everybody in the college. If you see all the human beings and other animals also, but I'm just saying human beings, whether it's a student or a peon or a janitor or the principal or the chief guest or whatever, you see them all as they are all human beings. They have same needs. They are they feel hunger. They want respect. They want fame. They want somebody to sit and listen to them. Everybody, it is a basic human need. And if they are if they're sick, they will need treatment or whatever. You see that same. You don't treat them same. Because how can you treat the student same as the principal, right? Because they have different roles. You have to treat them differently based on the role. All the students you treat them same, right? All the students you treat them same. All the colleagues you treat them same. All the higher ups you treat them same. You can't treat the higher up and the lower person in your hierarchy of role the same way. So Samavarti is a very bad decision. Samadarshi is the proper one, right? For example, if you have a lion and your dog or your cow, they're all animals, but you can't treat them same way. You have fire and water, you can't treat them same way. Some food is hygienic, some food is not hygienic. You can't treat them same way. So here is an interesting story also, and I'll keep it short. So this is Ramakrishna story, Ramakrishna Paramahansa story. Maybe older, I don't know, but I have read it as that. So one day he was giving a discourse, and Paramatma is in everybody, it's in you also, Aham Brahmasmi, and all these things. So the next day, one of the guy did not come. He came the third day, and he had a bandage, and he was very angry with Ramakrishna Paramhans, and he said, "What happened?" He said, "You told me the day before that Paramatma is in me also. So Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahma." So I was going on the road, and there was an elephant coming from in front, and I said, "Oh, I have Brahm. Brahm is in me." So I, just stood there, and then the elephant just, picked me with the trunk and threw me on the side. What the wrong thing you are telling me? This is incorrect. You are telling us, you are telling us wrong things. So Ramakrishna told that, "Did you hear the Mahavat saying anything?" So he said, "Yeah, the Mahavat kept telling, get out of the way, get out of the way." Then he said, "Why didn't you listen to the Mahavat? Did you not see the big elephant? Why do you think the Brahman is not in that?" So when you say Brahmasmi, the Brahma is in everyone, expressed in different ways and different amounts. Right? So the elephant does not have a hand. Well, it has a trunk. It doesn't have hands like us, two hands. It can't speak like a language like us. So that is the limitation. But it is huge. So that is its prowess. So even though it is in different ones, so you see it in the same way, but you behave differently based on the role and the purpose and of the thing. So, for example, if you see cockroach and all, you will kill them. You don't want the cockroach to come in your food and everything. You will make sure that wild animals don't get inside your house, right? So that is what it means. And then it says the field. The field is idam shariram kshetram. So there is a field. You can think of it field in multiple ways. One is you can think of it as the farm field, agriculture field, right? So this field, you put the seeds of karma, and then the fruits will come. Think of the kshetra as that, or you could think of kshetra also as a field of study. For example, we say this is the physics is the field of study of physical world, or biology the field of study of living beings, things like that we say. So this sharira is the kshetra, and the kshetrajna is the dehi, right? The one who knows. So there is one to be known and the one who knows. The two things. So kshetra, kshetrajna. So the self is the knower and the body is the to be known, or the kshetra. And then it says that among all the kshetras, right? So one body is there, one person knows, has a limited knowledge. He's also kshetrajna. It's limited knowledge. Another person has some limited. Another person has some limited knowledge. So everybody has got knowledge of their domain, but it's all limited. But I am the one who knows all the kshetras, all the fields and everything. Everything is in me, right? So I think we'll take a break here, Lataji. I think it is 1.5 hours now. Okay, in the meantime, I see one question. It says, sorry to express my disagreement. We should deal with people, not animals, should not be on any hierarchy or position. So what I meant here is that, obviously you respect every human being and all. That is not the thing, but you don't scold your principal like the way you can scold your student. Or, for example, a toddler is there, you will behave differently with them than a 40-year-old adult who is supposed to be more responsible, even though both have the body and both, if they are sick, they should be treated. If they are hungry, they should be fed and all. So that is what is meant. So one thing is, you know, when we approach these things, we may have doubts. It is true, and we should try to get them clarified. But we should have some faith in as to what they are saying. Maybe there is a bigger dimension to it that we are not picking up right now, right? So when it says samadarshi, you see everybody as a human being, as an animal, as a being, as a life form, which has some basic needs which should be met, and you help everybody. You give basic respect. You should give the basic respect not just to human beings, even to animals, right? And in India, actually, we do that. But you cannot be samavarti. A bull that is coming charging on the road, you can't say, oh, he's same as my friend, because your friend never charges at you and hurts you. But the bull with the horns down coming, you have to move out, right? Or you cannot say that, hey, and this is reality of the practical world, that if your boss gets angry for whatever reason, at your fault. Suppose you did something wrong, but the boss need not have been angry. He could have told nicely. Suppose he got angry. Now, you can't say that who are you to get angry and all. You say, okay, I'll you talk back or something. You might get fired. That will be the phala of that karma. So there are two things, like just like science and technology. Applied science is technology. Applied gyan is niti. So one is the spiritual aspect we are talking here. But when we say that don't be samavarti, that is the niti aspect we are talking, the practical world we are talking about. So there, you need to make the slight difference between the two, and it's nothing to do with the hierarchy. There is hierarchy in this world. It is a role-based hierarchy, right? It's not person-based. Person-based is, your father, your grandfather. You can say that, okay, person-based is within your family, but otherwise, respect and fear is of the position, not of the person. So there is, well,
So, okay, sir.
I have enough examples, but so there is one person who was invited as a
Very
chief guest in
knowledgeable
some function.
session, sir, and
And
want, everyone has some query. Uh, we have take a 15-minute break.
yes, yes,
Then
we'll
we
take the break. I
resume with
actually was asking for
all
somebody
the
from Ramanujan
participants
College at 12 o'clock.
prepared with their questions, and after the 15-minute break, we will ask your questions with Shashikant Joshi, sir. Okay, sir.
We have, by the way, the second part of this session pending, though. Huh? I'm
After
not done with the.
12:15.
We have three more topics. Two more, yeah,
सर
including this, so
हाँ,
two and a half
और
more
कभी
topics left.
क्वेश्चंस आप कभी भी ले सकते हैं सर, जब आपको ठीक लगे,
हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
whenever you feel.
बिल्कुल. Sure,
Yes,
sure,
sir.
sure. So अगर जो क्वेश्चन आए हुए existing part पे questions आए हुए, I'll take that. But I would like to also make sure that I don't miss out on the given topics. पिछली बार जो है थोड़ा सा हो गया था. But yeah, I will take the questions also.
ठीक है सर, फिर 15 मिनट का ब्रेक किए, उसके
जी,
बाद
जी,
सेशन को
जी,
रिज्यूम करते हैं. ओके,
जी, thank you.
नमस्कार. आज के सुबह के सत्र में श्री शशिकांत जोशी सर ने ज्ञान योग के व्यवहारिक पक्ष को, दार्शनिक शब्दावली को बहुत खोल खोल कर हमें यह बताने की कोशिश की कि जो गीता में ज्ञान योग के बारे में या अलग अलग सर्गों में भी जो ज्ञान से संबंधित जो उनके श्लोक हैं, उनके विचार हैं, उसको हम किस ढंग से समझ सकते हैं और अपनी शिक्षण प्रणाली में किस तरीके से इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. सर, ये बहुत अच्छा संयोग है कि हम सारे लोग ज्ञान के वाहक हैं. लगभग सभी लोग यहाँ पे जितने भी प्रतिभागी हैं, सभी शिक्षक हैं और सभी लोग ज्ञान के वाहक हैं. और ये हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छी बात है कि हम खुद ही, जो शिक्षक ज्ञान का वाहक है, वो आपसे ज्ञान क्या है, इसके मूल अर्थ को, इसके व्यक्तिपरक अर्थ को जानने और समझने की कोशिश कर रहा है. तो मैं बिना बाधा बने हुए मैं आपसे निवेदन करता हूं कि आप इस सेशन को फिर से रिज्यूम करें और 1 घंटे का समय हमारे पास होगा इस सेशन के लिए। उसके बाद फिर अगर बीच में सवाल जवाब आते हैं तो सर आप प्रवाह में उसका जवाब दे सकते हैं, और अंत में हम 10 मिनट या 5 मिनट सवाल जवाब का रखेंगे सर। धन्यवाद।
तो अभी जो उन्होंने कहा कि आप सब भी टीचर हैं, ज्ञान के क्षेत्र में है, और फिर हम ज्ञान ज्ञान की बातें कर रहे हैं। तो किसी भी चीज़ में क्या होता है ना कि अलग-अलग कॉन्टेक्स्ट में ज्ञान होता है। तो अगर खेती करनी है तो आपको किसान से सीखना पड़ेगा, आपको कोई प्लेन चलाना है तो पायलट से सीखना पड़ेगा। तो ज्ञान अलग-अलग क्षेत्र के हैं, और कुछ तो ज्ञान होता है कि जो हॉरिज़ॉन्टली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड अलग-अलग क्षेत्र है, उन सब के ज्ञान है अपने-अपने, एक-दूसरे से इंटरैक्ट नहीं करते। कुछ होता है कि जो सबके बेस पे आता है, वैसा ज्ञान जो है, उस ज्ञान का हम यहाँ ज्ञान योग में वो चर्चा कर रहे हैं। क्योंकि काम तो सब करते हैं अलग-अलग फ़ील्ड में, समाज में तो 70-160 फ़ील्ड्स हैं, सब लोग काम कर रहे हैं, सब लोगों को कर्म भी करना है, सब लोगों की समझ भी है, लेकिन कोई शांति से कर रहा है काम अपना, कोई अशांत होकर कर रहा है, कोई बहुत सेल्फिशली कर रहा है, कोई अल्ट्रुइस्टिकली कर रहा है। तो वो जो समझ है, उस ज्ञान की हम बात कर रहे हैं। तो इसमें ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि भई कौन कम ज़्यादा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। बट एक तो होता है अंडरलाइंग ज्ञान, और एक होता है कॉन्टेक्सचुअल अपनी-अपनी फ़ील्ड का ज्ञान, और दोनों का महत्व है। जो डॉक्टर का जो देह का ज्ञान है, या कोई फ़िज़िक्स पढ़ा रहा है, या कोई जियोलॉजी पढ़ा रहा है, या कोई ड्राइविंग सिखा रहा है, कार की ड्राइविंग सिखा रहा है, वो सारे ज्ञान महत्वपूर्ण हैं। हैं? तो ऐसा कभी नहीं समझिए कि कोई ज्ञान कम है, लेकिन ज्ञान कैसे अर्जित करें, हाउ टू लर्न लर्निंग। लर्निंग भी तो सीखनी पड़ती है ना, कि कैसे बेस्ट वे ऑफ लर्निंग क्या है, वो भी एक लर्निंग है। तो ये जो ज्ञान योग का ज्ञान है, वो उस तरह से उस सेंस में फंडामेंटल है कि आपके मन में जो द्वेष, दुख, जो भी कुछ आते हैं, वो सब धीरे-धीरे कम हो जाते हैं, और हम क्यों कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं, दूसरा क्यों कर रहा है, उनके मूल कारण जब हमें पता लगने लगते हैं, तो एक थोड़ी-सी समझ आने के बाद थोड़ा धैर्य भी बनता है, थोड़ा पेशेंस भी आता है, गुस्सा कम आता है, क्योंकि हम समझने लग जाते हैं कि अच्छा वो ऐसे क्यों कर रहा है, या सिर्फ़ यही कर रहा है, या हर कोई स्थिति में ऐसे करता, उस तरह से। तो वो फ़र्क पड़ जाते हैं, तो हम उस ज्ञान की चर्चा कर रहे हैं। सो तत् क्षेत्रम यत् च यादृक् च यत् विकारी यत् यतः च यत्। अब ये क्या कर रहे हैं कि ये दोनों चीज़ में डिस्टिंग्विश कर, एक तो क्षेत्र था, जैसे आप बॉडी समझ लिए, प्रकृति समझ लिए, जो भी है, खेत समझ लीजिए, और एक उसका क्षेत्री है, जो किसान हो सकता है, या शरीरी जो है, वो सब 2 चीज़ें, हर चीज़ में 2 आते हैं, एक जो जानने वाला है, और एक जो जानने की विषय वस्तु है, राइट? तो कहते हैं कि क्षेत्र जो है, जैसा भी है, जिन विकारों वाला भी है, और जैसे जिससे जो भी पैदा हुआ है, वो सब तो है, और क्षेत्रज्ञ जो है, वो प्रभाव वाला है। इस बात को अब क्षेत्र और क्षेत्री के बारे में, क्षेत्रज्ञ के बारे में हम थोड़ा सुनते हैं। ये कृष्ण जी कह रहे हैं कि इसके बारे में अब तुम मुझसे सुनो। तो जो अज्ञानेन आवृतम ज्ञानम तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः। अज्ञान के आवरण से ढका हुआ ज्ञान है, इसलिए लोग जो हैं वो मोहित हो जाते हैं। मोहित हो जाते हैं मतलब उनकी थिंकिंग क्लियर नहीं है। तो किसी का भी वो नहीं है कि भई किसी ने अच्छा बुरा किया, उस तरह से नहीं, अज्ञान के कारण आपका आपकी बुद्धि ढकी हुई है, इसलिए आप नहीं कर पा रहे हो। सर्वव्यापी परमात्मा न किसी के पाप कर्म को, न शुभ कर्म को ही ग्रहण करता है। तो जो क्षेत्रज्ञ जो है, अल्टीमेट क्षेत्रज्ञ जो है, उसके कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है कि क्या हो रहा है, क्या नहीं। अब जैसे मान लीजिए कोई हम कहते हैं कि एनवायरनमेंट के बारे में कि ओहो! एनवायरमेंटल क्राइसिस आ रहा है। क्या होगा अगर ग्लोबल वार्मिंग बढ़ गई, या जो भी कुछ हो गया? तो धरती को कुछ नहीं होगा, एनवायरनमेंट को कुछ नहीं होगा, क्योंकि जो है वो एनवायरनमेंट है। हमारे प्रतिकूल हो जाएगा वो, क्योंकि हम एक सर्टेन एनवायरनमेंट में जीना चाहते हैं। तो वैसे ही प्रकृति को, नेचर को, परमात्मा को कुछ फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता। फ़र्क उनको पड़ता है जिनको कर्म का फल भी चाहिए, राइट? ममेव अंशः जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः। इस संसार में जो जीव है, जो आत्मा है, वो मेरा ही अंश है। मम एव अंशः जीवलोके जीवभूतः। जो जीवलोक में जो भूत हुए जीव, मतलब जो हो चुके हैं, भूत का मतलब भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आया वाला भूत नहीं है, भूत का मतलब जो जन्म ले चुके हैं, जो भव, राइट, जो हो चुके हैं, तो वो जो जीव है उनमें जो आत्मा जो है वो मेरा ही सनातन अंश है। दैट आत्मा इन ऑल द बीइंग्स, ओके, इट्स नॉट सेइंग ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, मनुष्यों की बात नहीं कर रहा है, जीव, जीव में ऑल लाइफ फॉर्म्स आ जाते हैं, बैक्टीरिया से लेके डायनासोर तक और सबसे बड़ी व्हेल तक सब कुछ आ जाता है उसमें, राइट। तो जो आत्मा है, जो शरीरी है, जो देही है, दैट इज माय एटर्नल अंश, पार्ट, तो मेरी ही आग की एक चिंगारी है वो, राइट। लेकिन प्रकृति में स्थित मन और 5 इंद्रियां, इनको आकर्षण होता है, राइट, अपना मान लेता है। सो द गाड़ी में आप बैठे हो तो आपको पता है कि आप हो और एक गाड़ी है, 2 चीजें हैं। लेकिन अगर गाड़ी को आपने अपना मान लिया तो गाड़ी में खरोंच आते ही आपको खरोंच लग जाती है, आपको दर्द हो जाता है उतने जोर से कि आपकी गाड़ी में स्क्रैच पड़ गया तो, राइट। तो वो अपना मान लेने से ये प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है। अगर आप टैक्सी में बैठे होते और उस टैक्सी का खरोंच पड़ जाती तो आपको कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, टैक्सी ड्राइवर के फर्क पड़ता। तो ये वाली बात है। सो ऑल लिविंग एंटिटीज, सारे जीव सब मेरे ही अंश है, फ्रैगमेंट्स, मतलब जैसे एग्जाम्पल इसका दिया जाता है कि ओशन, सब ड्रॉप्स हैं उसी ओशन की, सो देयर ह्यूज ओशन, बहुत बड़ा समुद्र है, और सब जीव जो हैं वो उसी की ड्रॉप्स हैं, या एक फायर है उसमें से बहुत चिंगारियां निकलती हैं, तो सब जीवात्मा जो है वो चिंगारियां ही है। तो अब क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञों, इन दोनों के बीच, क्षेत्र और क्षेत्रज्ञ के बीच में जो फर्क है वो समझ ले जो, ठीक है। और कैसे समझ ले, तो जैसे देख लेना, तो एक तो हम आंख से देखते हैं और एक हम ज्ञान की आंख से देखते हैं, राइट। तो ऐसी चीजें जो एब्स्ट्रैक्ट हैं उनको हमको ज्ञान की आंख से समझना पड़ेगा। तो कह रहे हैं कि जो ज्ञान की आंख से ये समझ लेते हैं कि शरीर अलग है और शरीरी अलग है, क्षेत्र अलग है और क्षेत्रज्ञ अलग है, ये दोनों को समझने से, और जो कार्य कारण मतलब जो कर्म जो हो रहे हैं वो प्रकृति के द्वारा हो रहे हैं, और इनको समझ लेने से आपको परमात्मा की जो जो ज्ञान है, परमात्मा की प्राप्ति है, उसमें बहुत सुविधा होती है कि आप इसको दो को अलग अलग समझ लीजिए कि एक बॉडी है और एक बॉडी के अंदर बैठा कुछ है जो इस बॉडी को चलाता है। कौन है जिसके हाथ में दर्द हो रहा है, कौन है जिसको दुख हो रहा है, ये फिलोसॉफिकल क्वेश्चन तो आते हैं, हु एम आई, हु आर यू, सब। तो मैं प्योर फिलोसफी में न जाकर प्रैक्टिकल एस्पेक्ट्स पर ध्यान देने की कोशिश करूंगा इसमें, ताकि हम इस जीवन में भी कुछ कर सकें। वरना तो गीता तो हर बुक स्टोर में अवेलेबल है, इंटरनेट पे अवेलेबल है, सारी की सारी अवेलेबल है, तो वो तो मैं कुछ नया नहीं कह रहा, बट कहाँ हम उसका यूज कर सकते हैं उस बारे में। तो ये जो दोनों का फर्क है ये समझना सबसे बड़ा जरूरी काम है। तभी हम परमात्मा की प्राप्ति का क्या मतलब है यहाँ पर, कि हम जो प्रकृति के बंधन में बंध गए, कर्म और फल के, द अटैचमेंट, so that is gone, then we have achieved Paramatma, we have achieved the moksha, we have achieved the detachment. So it's all about detachment. That first comes if we can differentiate between me and mine, मतलब मैं क्या हूँ, शरीरी हूँ, और मेरा क्या है, ये शरीर है जिसको मैंने मान लिया, या मेरा घर, मेरी कार, जो भी कुछ अपन मानते चले जाते हैं, वट एवर, माई माई करते जाते हैं। एंड टू रिड्यूस दैट माई is the journey towards detachment that will be on the Gyan path or Karma path.